The soulmate. It seems wrong that committing adultery is now legal when so many other marriage-binding laws exist. Why is adultery not looked down on from the legal system? What is it though? I ask, because I was happily married, so I thought, until finding out that my wife has been unfaithful. Now I'll lose everything I worked so hard for, including a little piece of my soul. Don't know where to start. Stop. It feels like every step forward just goes to the left. I don't know if more men cheat than women, and so on. All I know is that I've been cheated on, betrayed. The ultimate sin has been casted against me. I'm guilty of working too much, I think. Maybe I could have been more affectionate. Someone please tell me why this has happened to me. I question marriage as a faithful bond in matrimony, and everything that God has to do with being bonded. At this point, I'm dwelling in and back and forth in feelings of sadness, quickly becoming anger, to the point where I'm looking up laws about adultery, and even Google to see if I can put together a lawsuit against the sob that had his way with my beautiful wife, whom I still see as beautiful. I'm screwed up right now. 2 kids, a boy and a girl, married 12 years. No, it's exactly what you're saying also. I'm on a pity pot. I know this. It's not so much of the feeling of whatever shall I do, but a feeling of what the hell did I do wrong. I'm angry. I'm the most emotional I've ever been. I'm a manly man, and I'm witnessing a side to myself that I've never seen before. Then of course there is the what am I going to do at age 44. I can't keep lying to you all and say that I don't feel that way. I'm a space brain right now. I loved her. I still love her. I love the idea of us and our family. It hurts so damn bad knowing and thinking that she loves another man, or maybe it's lust, and that hurts just as bad. I run these images through my head over and over like little movies of the two of them, and how they may have done certain positions in their moments. And then I wonder how long he lasted for, and what the expressions were on her face. Honestly, I don't know if talking about this helps. I've never been an addict of any sort, but the temptation of an escape crosses my mind often lately. I've left the house, knowing that the 3 of them need it more than I do, but also angry about this too. It's hard for me to be there at all now anyways, from what went on there while I was away working. She made this choice, but why? Was I not good enough? I feel like I've failed in every aspect of a man. This is what I don't get here. What the hell does this guy have that I don't? I can guarantee that he's no more well endowed than I am. He seems smart and funny and witty, but I am also. I try at everything I accomplish, including being a dad, and not just a father. I could have sworn I was a good husband, and a good lay for that matter. So, what is it? Did she just want something physical? From someone else? Is she in love with him? Yes, she was the one who did it, and she made the choice. He played the game also, knowingly ruining my family. They both knew. I hate this. These words are coming from someone else. I don't feel like me. I don't know if I'll ever be me. I found them in the act. Wasn't a need to confront anyone. I got home early from work, went to walk the outside trash can to the back gate, and to the alleyway dumpster, and there was a truck parked behind my house. Didn't think anything of it at first, but then noticed that all the curtains were drawn and blinds were shut tight. I opened my back door expecting to see her napping on our couch, or maybe showering. I heard them, her moaning like it was her first time, the sound of skin slapping, and my bed shaking. My heart sank, and it hasn't stopped yet. I lost my crap and ran into the bedroom. He had her bent over, both completely bare. I put him in hold and brought him down on top of me. I wanted to finish him. In my mind I was waiting for her to exclaim forced or something. Instead, she started to yell at me, hitting me, saying over and over to let him go because I was hurting him. I looked at her and my eyes felt like they sunk down with my heart, and my body slowly just let him go. I laid there for about 2 minutes, while they both quickly ran to the living room. I heard the back door shut, and her walking back to the bedroom. She came in and said, "Well, now you know, I'm sorry. I haven't spoken with an attorney yet. I've been working a lot until now, realizing that it's Friday, and I get to be all by myself," thinking to myself. She offered to take the kids and go to her mom's while I grab some things at the house over the weekend. It smells different, looks different, feels broken and empty. These things that I keep gathering up just seem like meaningless items. They used to mean something to her too. How could these things that belong to me, these personal items that represented me and us, not mean anything anymore? I'm sure they still do to my children. I'll keep them for that reason. I have a consultation on Monday with a family law attorney. It feels wrong. I need something to help me sleep. I need the sun to come up. I'm pretty damn needy right now. What the hell? I didn't plan on going up and down this emotional roller coaster here on this forum. Had no clue it would have been so helpful though. I thank you all. Wish I could hold some hands and feel something. I think I started off today angry and wanting to send people to their judgment, but I do feel better now. I'm just super emotional. Haven't been here since I was a teen. I had a horrible night, tossed and turned, had dreams that I can only describe as a false feeling of what life should be. I tried calling her to talk to the kids this morning. She forwarded the call. I messaged her saying I would call again to talk to them. She messaged back and said I don't think it's healthy at this point. What the hell? It's not healthy for them, her or me. I just wanted to say hi and chat. I'm not looking to create a traumatic experience for them. Is she feeling remorse? Guilty? Afraid of what I might say? It's going to be a long weekend. Today feels worse, each day is getting worse. I'm going to try and eat some soup or something, I need some nourishment. I'm sad, this isn't my life. Going into this consultation on Monday, I'm gradually becoming aggravated. I don't want to lose my crap and make this worse. I do however understand that she might try and falsely accuse me of domestic violence. With that being said, I'm not violent. I don't even spank my kids when they do wrong. I'd rather sit and talk and tell them what they did wrong. I've never hit any women, nor verbally abusive to anyone. Just to ease some thoughts though, I will be on the defensive now. As for not being at home, I just can't do it right now. I can't be there. It's too hard and way too empty. My daughter is 7, my son is 6. Probably the worst age to start going through this kind of ordeal. I never took her for narcissistic, but it's highly possible. That's just one more reason why this is so flipping hard to cope with. During the day it's easier for me to deal with my feelings, and when night falls, I start to feel ultra lonely and weak. My immediate family, parents and brothers, are 15 miles from where I'm at. I'm dab smack in the middle of the country, and they are on the west coast. My immediate reaction was to hate her and finish him. That has to account for something, right? I know that people that commit these kinds of acts are the ones to blame. But also, this boss knew what was happening. Maybe I'm just being naive in the fact. I still haven't accepted fully that this has happened to me. Up and down, I go. I want to believe that she feels embarrassed, stupid, low-life status, for her to say and do these things. This weekend seemed like an eternity, but now here comes Monday real fast. The comments she made makes me believe she had planned to tell me, or act on leaving in the future. Makes me wonder what that road would have entailed, and maybe I destroyed her plans by walking in on it. At this time, I'm leaning towards feeling better about walking in. Maybe I'm just telling myself that in my own healing process to make myself feel better. But at the same time, it feels like I'm in a soap opera and only this kind of crap happens on television. This all just happened very recently. I know action needs to be taken. Please remember that it's Sunday, the weekend is gone now, and all I've had is time alone to sit and think. I'm simply answering to a comment that someone made about her being the way that she was at the moment. I'm not a pushover, I will take action, especially since my children are involved. If there weren't any other souls involved, I may have just walked away, licked my wounds and move on. With that being said, I'm still distraught, hurt. I have 1,000,001 emotions coursing through me, and it's been hard for a minute. It does seem better to talk about this, and I do get some relief. Everyone works at a different speed. Mine may be slower than others, but I always come out with productive results in the end. I guess it's Monday, I haven't slept again. Meeting in the morning at 10 a.m. I learned recently that he is a friend of one of her girlfriends. Very suspicious about the girlfriend being an instigator of sorts, although she could also be completely innocent in the matter. So, I'm not going to speculate. She hadn't said anything at all to lead me to believe she was unhappy or irritated in our relationship. But she did hesitate to greet me like normal when I'd get home after being gone for several days at a time. Bonding seemed to taper off as of the last several months, to the point of me actually making plans for bonding, and her kind of disagreeing with it. I actually got frustrated the last time and said something to the effect of her needing it also. As it seems now, she may have not needed it, because she was already getting it. I'll say this now also. The POSOM had been in my house more than once, now looking back and remembering things. My wife has always been a clean freak. Anytime both of us would get out of bed, she would instantly make our bed and tidy up. The bed was always made, regardless of the situation. I came home early not that long ago and went into my room to change clothes and noticed the bed had been made, but looked like someone had laid on top of it, disturbing the covers as if it had been wrestled on. A pair of her panties on the ground next to the bed. I didn't put any thoughts into it. There was no reason to at the time. Maybe an uncomfortable nap or headache is what I assumed. That day and night, she was very standoffish and reluctant to be intimate or even compassionate to me being home. I feel like I'm speculating a lot now and running all these events over in my head, trying to investigate the past, trying to make sense of everything. Every time I do, I lead back to asking myself what went wrong. Why is he the one? Why did this happen? Where did it start? Turning myself sad again and replaying it over again. It doesn't matter what I do at this point, I revert back to why. Why him? Why me? What was wrong with me? So, go ahead and fire away at me. I'm sure we just scratched the surface. I think I'm in over my head, but everyone has been absolutely right. It's time to think differently. I get caught in myself and in emotion, then think about how this is still all a big-ass dream. But reality kicks me in the teeth, and here we go. I have a lot of homework to do and some self-adjusting. She, attorney, basically told me to create a world that my children will love, play hardball and fight the fight that STBX brought on. But before I can do this, I need to establish myself as a single dad, living alone. So, in my mind, I'm not even remotely close to being ready for a fight. It still feels unnecessary to me, but at the same time, it feels like the only way to combat the situation. Another setup for the fall. I'm not afraid of the price I'll pay, but I won't lie down as they walk away. She wanted to file for emergency visitation and custody. Seeing as how I'm not in the home right now, she wants to just get visitation rights ordered. and when I get my own established dwelling, then go for custody. In turn, she believes this will force visitation. She encouraged me to drop the bomb and let everyone know what was going on, including STB's parents, as they are grandparents, and also would be included in visitation rights. Also, my own parents. I'm not good with listening and reading a bunch of legal verbiage, so it was clear as mud. I'll be in email contact with the attorney while I go back to work. I'm looking at paying through the nose for this, and it might be possible to gain back fees and expenses due to the situation and nature of the circumstances, i.e., her doing another man in my house while me working and providing for a family while she destroys it. I think I have a long road to travel and much heartache in the future. As it is, the lawyer retainer has already put a dent in my budget. Ironically, it felt like a relief to write the check. I've covered all the obvious actions. I have a doctor appointment for next week to get a full health screen. I've canceled all credit cards and locked my accounts. Went into the bank and sat there for an hour also. Some of you have no damn filter. Soiled the bed with his dripping semen. Really, you're obviously stronger than I am. I get where you're going with this, and I realize you have my back on this. But man, I'm not really ready to hear all that just yet. And a DNA test. If I had any inclination that my kids belonged to someone else, I would have thought it through years ago. But they look exactly like me. They even carry my blood traits, certain things only my heritage shows. You have all been extremely helpful. Forgive me for speaking out. Just needed to say what I feel. Now, the part of throwing them outside naked. Hindsight sucks. Should have totally done that. I actually wouldn't care how it looked in court, and any judge might even have thought that was the passionate and impulsive thing to do. Self-care. Well, that hasn't been my strong suit. I need to shave, I need to do laundry, most definitely not eating right, let alone enough. I feel like I can't drink enough water. I'm so thirsty. I started breaking out like I just hit puberty. I used to enjoy a few beers in my 20s and 30s and haven't really drank at all in my 40 seconds. But the temptation has really been knocking at the door. Holding out though. I would like to think I'm stronger than therapy and seeing a therapist, but the truth is, I may have to go. I just don't have anyone to talk to here. We were fairly new to this area, only 10 years. So, I haven't established a strong friend base, and the ones that I can talk with are gone on the road working. Major conflicting schedules with all of them. My family is a half a country away, and I feel isolated now. Also have to consider the fact that I won't be able to leave until the kids are adult age. And when that day comes, what I see is all three of us leaving. At least, I hope. I mean honestly, how many single dads raise quality children? Mentally, I'm a mess. Self-care, I would consider 99% of my issue being mental. I run a side business also, and now that will suffer. I'll lose clientele, I'm low on materials. So that's been weighing on my mind also. So, I did grab some things that are very personal to me when I went to the house. I play guitar and grab my acoustic. Been playing a bit, and when I do, the hours seem to fly by. Wicked Witch. She texts me today, asking if I would like to have the kids for the day, assuming I would pick them up from school and have them till nightfall. My mind is reeling now. I think she's creating time to be alone with this guy. I've also considered that she is plotting to make me look bad, because I'll be working and won't have the time to spend with them already. I may need to take the day off again, and see where it goes. I don't know if she's actually there or not. I've kept my distance from the house. I would imagine she went back on Sunday, for kids' clothes and schoolwork. So, she may be there. In short, I left. She lives in the house. She's smart. I can't see her trying to explain the situation. It was fairly straightforward. Time will tell, I guess. My vindictive side is starting to flex a little. I just don't want the kids to see any traumatic incidents, and also don't want them to wonder why they live with Steve now, and where's our house. Type of feelings. I'm not set up, especially with my job, to create a world that involves me having the kids 100%. Working on getting my situation squared away though. This all just erupted very fast. I like the idea. I could put on a smiley face, if I have to. Living in a hotel and paying an attorney, plus all the bills that haven't even hit the mailbox yet, are going to add up quick. I'll do anything for my kids, but not having a job won't allow to do anything for my kids. My job is not the type someone gets out of, and we haven't much leeway for things like this. I've been looking. I don't have any relatives here. I do have one person who I'm close with, but of course, he's a guy and works the same schedule. We work on call, and we work at 11 hours after being rested from the previous shift. We get called at any time of day or night, and when we're gone for up to 48 hours, return, repeat. We don't have scheduled rest days. We get 48 hours off after completing a cycle of 3 trips. It's the worst schedule in our nation's history and under fire at this moment. 20 or so days from striking and shutting the nation down. Went off topic there, but it's really hard to get in order. I had to seek out an attorney that deals with my type of career. Her parents moved out here a few years ago. They weren't that far from here to begin with. After the kids were born, they planned on moving here to be close and actually made the move. I'm sure she will use the hell out of them for every reason she can or has to. I'm sure I'll have to deal with them also, which isn't a big deal to me because they really are nice people. walk up to horrible dreams, setting my tone for the day. How does this work out in the end? All I know is that where I am right now isn't where I want to be. The worst part of my life used to be the best part, and that changed overnight. Having a hard time coping with this again, all of a sudden. I thought it was getting easier. Right now, I feel like I'm the calm before the storm, and now it's starting to pour down. Having these plans and working all of this into my life now will not be easy. I watched my parents divorce and my friends' parents divorce and always thought I'd make it unscathed. Damn, was I wrong. After they went through this, and I'm sure many other people too, they all seem to deteriorate and lose a little bit of themselves. Never again to be the same. What is a soulmate exactly? A person that you connect with so deeply that you would be willing to do everything and anything for them. Someone you would love and care for the rest of either of your lives. Someone that you can talk to and share your thoughts and personal experiences without judgments and blame. But nature, God, individualism kicks in and says nope, just kidding, she's not the one. Sorry buddy, maybe next time. This roller coaster is off the tracks and the mind movies are in Technicolor now. I'm getting angrier and feeling spiteful, which is not me. I'm out of my shell. I read Space Ghost Story and wow, what a guy. One of the most heartfelt and real things I've ever read. Maybe because that's me right now. Or is it? His wife screwed up and felt remorse. She seemed like his soulmate, only to shove the knife in and drop the knife. My wife shoved it in and twisted it. His wife wanted to be there, start over, and probably would be faithful till the last breath for that matter, who knows. I know one thing now. I don't believe mine would. I think she would do it again. Either way, I could never trust her to be faithful. Over what too? Dirty bonding. Love. The rush. I'm feeling extremely sorry for myself right now, and it's turning to anger. Holding back the thoughts of just simply beating this guy and having STBX watch. I think I'll be leaving the W out of the acronym now. She doesn't deserve the W even in retrospect. I did get a message from her stating that she was sorry, she messed up. Is there any way to work through this? Blah blah. My suspicion was correct. She just wants to look good in front of others. I'm going back to my house. I was supposed to pick up the kids today, after school, as we worked it out. Instead, at the last minute, she says that her dad will be getting them, and they will be staying there with Grandma and Grandpa for a few days. I'll be at home, and I think two particular people might show up there, or at least drive by, and not stop after they see my truck in the driveway. A part of me would really like for them to actually try and come here, and even get out of truck. I'm prepared to record everything, and you bet your I will be. Soulmates. Trickery. 45 years of working up to this point. That's half a lifetime for me. Crap, I may even be past halftime. All I know is that I don't know crap. I'm sorry if I haven't responded to some, or most of you. I believe that if someone has you on their mind and cares to write to you, you should read it. I will when I can see the words again. Tell me I'm reading into this too far. Tell me that there are truthful people and kind, loving people left. Tell me that this is all still a dream. Tell me I have a way out, and someone give me that fast forward button. I read these stories of other people and start to think about how disappointing people are. I wish this happened to just me. But no, they're everywhere. Where's the integrity in humankind? I'm a scatterbrain to say the least, but I've kept myself under control. Been in correspondence via email with the attorney also. I dropped the bomb on her mom and dad yesterday. She hadn't told them. She told them we were taking a break. Some alone time lol. I don't know where she is, but I think her parents do. Nevertheless, it's their business to not tell me. The attorney will have a field day with this one. I imagine she's with him, and that makes me want to be a sneaky F and catch them again. I won't though, I have the kids, and more time off from work. I just hope and pray she doesn't get pregnant and really throw a wrench in the gears. It's game on now. We won't be returning to a healthy relationship. No way, no how. The next few months will be interesting, and will also dictate what our future holds, and where I'll be. I know I can't leave the state with the kids, just yet anyway, but ultimately that's what I want. Sell the house, relocate, create a new beginning. The kids and I have talked. They know what is going on. I don't believe in bashing the other parent, so I told them enough to understand, but not to instill hatred or resentment. I suspect that one day they'll form their own opinions. As for me, one day I'm better, the next day I feel worthless. This has hit my ego, my esteem, and confidence with a sledgehammer. I never had a jealous bone in my body either, but I can feel some tingling away in there now. Maybe I should have been more open to seeing things from a self-protected standpoint. I just didn't feel that it was necessary or needed. At the same time, I'm glad I caught them, rather than live life like a tool and clueless moron. I believe that's what the attorney is working on right now. Filings and disclosures, to be served to her. Waiting till she gets back to reality, then I believe the process server will be hunting her down this week. I'm not sure how this all works, you know. The last 30 years of my life, I've just worked, and the last 12, I've worked and was husband and dad. Never dealt with this. I don't like legality as it is. I'm just a simple man. I like cars, guns, baseball, and earning my living honestly. My life has changed so much in the last weeks that I don't recognize myself. She's gone. I'm already moving faster than I could have ever imagined. I don't want her back. I think the thrill of catching them again is interesting though. The reason I will not is because I will beat him, and I need the win on this one. I could care less if she finds even another guy. Maybe Steve will puff up and go after him, and Steve will get him beat anyway. I could only hope. I would love to look at it this way. I've let my attorney know the situation. I picked the kids up from school yesterday. I've taken a lot of time off of work. The work is aware, and so far, has been understanding. It's way deeper than that with work, and I'm able to spend the weekend with them. Unfortunately, they both have a cold, and are bumming it right now. Was planning on taking a trip to a nearby town for ice cream and go-karts. Maybe tomorrow. The three of us are at home. She is taking some alone time to herself for the weekend. I could only guess how alone she really is. In fact, I bet money on it that she's in the same town that I plan on taking the kids to. I won't be looking for her, but my intuition says that I'll see her. Honestly, I hope she's somewhere else. But to answer that question with integrity, I think she played it right by agreeing for me to pick them up and saying that she needed alone time and time to think. She told her parents the same thing, and they got the truth yesterday. I gave them details, like I've given all of you. I left out the part where she was moaning like it was her first time, out of respect for her father. But I did say that I heard the sounds of good time coming from my bedroom. We're all thinking along these lines. That's why this all has been so shocking and has hit me hard. She's not the type. Or at least that we thought. Maybe there is another type and a new breed surfacing. I'm not exactly sure what a sociopath and a narcissist is, but these two words keep popping in my brain. I won't beat around the bush and lie and make myself out to be a superhuman and act like I can go on without being hurt, because the truth is that I'm still hurt. I'm actually devastated. I've shed a fair number of tears also. I'm not a crier by any means, but these wells are dry. I cry differently in my older age. It's a silent, expressionless tear fall. My point is, this has been a new type of pain and a new type of hurt. Still in shock. My in-laws like me, but I wouldn't put it past them to do an about-face after all the legalities come to light. And foresee a rough road ahead with them. I know blood is thicker than water, but unfortunately their blood runs in my children as well as mine. So, we'll see. They have already offered to take them, watch them. They've also offered to help me. My mother-in-law asked if I wanted her to bring a meal tonight, for me and the kids. I respectfully declined. It's definitely pizza night here. I received what I believe to be a drunk text last night, 2:33 a.m. I messed up. I can't believe that I messed up this bad. I don't expect you to forgive me. I just want you to dig deep in your heart and realize that what we had was good until I ruined it. 2:35. Are you awake? 2:36. I know I can't apologize enough, and I'll always regret losing you. I'm sorry for what I've done. I'm sorry for who I've been this whole year. 2:43. If you are awake, maybe I could come to the house. Anyway, I haven't responded. Judging by the time it was, I think her and the OM were having a girls' night out. Good for them. They get some much-needed alone time. I hope she feels like crap today as she makes her way to mom and dad's house. Maybe her and the OM got in an argument, is what I'm thinking. The kids and I watched movies, ate popcorn, and did some artwork. Headed out of town today. Got to get ready for a work week also. No one knows I went to the attorney. Tomorrow they may find out. The kids and I are at lunch out of town. Next town over, I've been looking for a VAR. My comment: I think you should be unwavering in your decision to divorce. It is very scary, especially with the young children. But, for your future happiness and mental health, you should do it. I cannot envision how it would be possible for you to ever trust your wife going forward. You have now seen behind her mask. I think you would need a lobotomy to tolerate any future with such a cold, callous, dishonest person. Please stay the course and please allow your lawyer to zealously represent you. Do not make unnecessary concessions. Get what you are entitled to under the law. This man is so morally bankrupt. I think it is unimaginable that a person of any type of integrity and morality would sleep with a married mother in her home. He is a sociopath and everyone are not safe anywhere near him. Part 2 coming today. Sub and bell to catch the latest ending ASAP.